Is it on? We're on. Hey, we're on. What's up YouTube? It's Ben. I've got a new video for you this week. I'm teaching you how to use flams to fatten at your groove. And I just got a message from someone that says, Matthew Hornby, hey Matt, yes, I'm coming out later on. Not in that sense. But we've got a new video this week all about flams, fatten at the grooves. Ah, lost it. Lost it, mate. Let's try that again. Anyway, sorry about that. So, this week's video is all about how you fatten up your grooves using flams on the backbeat. Sounds great. It's not as hard as it looks, so just watch it and try the stuff out and give it a go. And I also wanted to say thank you for subscribing and for just the general awesome comments and support. We just broke 5,000 subscribers on this channel and it's growing fast. So I'm well up for getting more videos out and watching it grow and grow and grow. So I'm going to do a little competition with some cool things. Something like this. Hold fire, hold fire. Let's open this up. This is a signed Dorje snare head. That's one of the things that I got, and that's going to be part of the giveaway. The good people at Evans and ProMark have given me some stuff to chuck in, and it's awesome. So you'll see it in a video soon. I'm going to do a competition to say thanks. So anyway, that's that. And what else? I've got a weird ringing in my right ear now. I don't know why. But anyway, I've got a carton of rice milk. That's high carb, vegan. You know it's true. And also, this is what ripe bananas look like. Brown and spotty. Do it.
Last week we covered some basic rudiments, and this week I want to show you flams and how important they are and how useful they are in creating a really thick sounding groove. A flam is where you hit with both sticks, but the two strikes are slightly separate. So instead of getting it complete together like this, you start one towards the drum head and one from up here. So when you let them both go at the same time, one's naturally going to hit first, and you get this. And that's all a flam is. It is literally two notes played together with a small little gap between them. The reason they're important is because they give you a fatness in the groove. So instead of just hitting the snare or hitting a floor tom or one of your toms with just one stick, if you hit it with both and you flam it, you get a really awesome sort of thickness to the groove. So I'll show you a groove with just snare being hit with one hand, and then after a couple of bars I'll swap out and I'll start playing a few of the big backbeats with a flam, and you'll see what I mean. I also like to use flams for between the floor tom and the snare. So you just get this huge fat sound like this. So I really like to accentuate that gap between the two, you know, make sure it's really like... Show you that in a groove. I do this a lot and it sounds awesome. So this is why flams are so cool. You can also use them on cymbals like this. To get that extra effect, and you can use them on the hi-hats in little grooves like this. So very versatile, very important to learn, and that's why I want to show them to you. So the way to play a flam and to learn a flam is really simple. You start with your leading hand, or whichever hand you're playing an accent with. So for you guys, it could be your right hand, so we'll do that. The other hand starts nice and low, you know, where your ghost notes would start, always down at this position. And then the big hand for the accent is going to come both falling at the same time. you're going to let the snare hand for the ghost notes fall at the same time as the accent hand, and they're both going to fall and create a natural gap, like this. That's all there is to it. You start with one hand low, one hand high, and let them both drop, and practice that. But what you don't want to do is when you lift this hand up, you start to lift this hand up. If you try and play a ghost note from up here, it's possible, you can make it sound quiet, but it's not going to sound very good. You want to keep them low. So that's tip number one, keep your ghost note nice and low, and just practice doing this. And the accent note went from up, and they swapped, so it went like this, in slow motion. Oh, super slow motion, I didn't even hit it. So you've got your hands starting here, and as they drop down, that one hits, that's your big accent, and that comes back up, and that stays there. So let me show you sort of normal time. It's like this. So that's how to play your sort of traditional flam, where it's a really quiet ghost note and a big note up here, like this. But as I've said, when you're playing heavy music or you're playing rock, you know, you just want to have big flams. You don't need to be really traditional and sort of all like this. You just need to have it and make sure there's a gap between the two. In my experience, all you need to get down is one good solid flam. So there's a little thing I've got for you just to practice moving between hi-hat, snare and floor tom, and to move across all three, playing this little flam pattern. And all the flam pattern is this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Flam, hit, hit, foot. Move between the three, it's like this. What it's going to teach you is how to keep that gap going, even when you're playing faster and harder and you're moving around the kit. So speed it up, it'll sound a little bit like this. And what that will give you when you've got it down is a really nice double bass fill between the snare and the floor tom. So it becomes more like a triplet feel, like da 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 da. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's a flam on the beginning. So speed that up, and you get something like this. So there you have it, flams. Awesome, useful, spend some time on them. If you can't be bothered to learn the alternating one, then at the very least make sure you get down that big accent on your leading hand and your grooves will sound much better.